Key Biscayne Stories collects the history of our beautiful island. This is your host, Alejandro Cervali, and I am a certified key rat for many, many years and counting. Join me and you will get to know your neighbors and their love for this slice of paradise we call home. So stay tuned, relax, and enjoy these great Key Biscayne stories. All right, welcome to another episode of Key Biscayne Stories. Key Biscayners, Key Rats, this is great. Today we're talking about chocolates. I'm excited. I came across KAKAO Heaven with it's a Instagram of a lady, which we have here today, Karina. Thank you for joining us, where she makes handmade chocolates. She's going to tell us all about that, so I'm excited. Karina, how are you?
I'm great, Alejandro. How are you? Thank you for having me today in your podcast.
I'm good, thank you. It's great. I mean, it's your Instagram looks great. You sent me a little sample. I appreciate that very much. They were amazing.
Thank you so much.
I know it took me a little bit longer than usual to try them because my godson actually saw the picture that I sent him. Look what I got, and he was so excited that I had to wait for him a couple of days so we can try them together.
It usually happens with the kids. They love chocolate, so
yeah.
I understand perfectly.
It was really good. Very, very good. The presentation was great. The flavors were great. I was heavily impressed.
Thank you so much.
But before we dive into the chocolates, let's get to know you a little bit. Where are you originally from?
Well, I'm born and raised in Caracas, Venezuela. I made my degree in communications. Then I got married also there. Then we traveled to Spain, me and my husband, to make our master's degree. And I did mine in advertising and marketing. And while we were there, my husband had a business opportunity. So we came here to the US to see how it goes. And well, basically, while we were here, I started this journey with a chocolate.
And were you always in Key Biscayne coming back from Spain? Was it directly into Key Biscayne first, or?
Yeah, Key Biscayne was always our first option because my husband came to Key Biscayne since he was a little boy with his parents to vacations here. So he loved the Key. So he took it like the first option to get here. And we have 8 years since then. We came in 2013. And we are not planning to move from here. Because as I say, once you came here to the Key, you cannot move anywhere. We love it here. It's very difficult to move from here.
I believe it. Your story is similar to mine. My grandfather used to come here for vacation often, and we would travel from Peru. So that's really? How we ended up making the leap. And this is where we first came. Yeah.
Okay.
So you said that the KAKAO Heaven started when you guys came from Spain. Your husband had an opportunity and you started your chocolate project then 8 years ago.
Well, yeah, 8 years ago. Well, it started in 2015. I'm going to tell you why. When we came here, we spent like 1 year without, we just, him and me. And then we started like to think and start a family. So I got pregnant in 2014. And unfortunately, I had a miscarriage. I had like 10 weeks at that moment. And it was very rough for us. I was very, very sad. And I was like not understanding what was happening to us. And I'm a very believer person. And I started like praying to God and like asking, why me? Why us? I was so excited about it. But I think that he has a perfect plan for everyone and a perfect timing. So I started like praying, God, give me something like to hold on, something that's passionate, something like to be passionate with because I really was struggling a lot with a miscarriage, and I was very, very sad about it. Since I had my degree in communications, I love all and the advertising thing and all that stuff. I like started like thinking like to do something that maybe it has more sense to me, like to be passionate with. And we went to Caracas, Venezuela to visit our family there. And my sister-in-law was in my mom's house that day. And we started talking about chocolate. And she's an engineer. She's not a cooking person all day, but she's very intelligent in different things. So she knows a lot about it. And we start talking and we start doing it in my mom's kitchen at Venezuela. And she started like teaching me some things and some techniques, and we were laughing about it. And I thought, oh my God, this is so complicated. I don't think I can do this, but I love it because I have been passionate for the chocolate all my life. I'm super a chocolate person, and it was very interesting for me to know a little bit more about it. And when I came here again to the US, I start like doing it like for hobby. And I start like learning a little bit more of the techniques, studying, reading, and but mostly like for a hobby, not like for a working thing. I didn't have the kids at that time, and I figured out that it relaxed me, and it was like super. I don't know how to say it. I don't know why
Therapeutic.
it relaxed me. Yeah, because it's very complicated. As I said, there are a lot of techniques together. It's a long process. You have to be very passionate and very patient. So, but it relaxed me. And while I was doing it, I started like singing, dancing, praying, and it was a very healing therapy for me while I was in that process of the miscarriage. So I asked God in prayer, I like this. I want to do something with it. And maybe I want you to be involved in. Maybe, I don't know, to talk to people and say some interesting things in each bonbon. I don't know. So things got like rolling, or I don't know. And I met different people. I met different providers. I like got ideas, and I'm a very creative person, and I love like creativity. So I started like doing all the things with the name of the chocolate, the different feelings I was gonna make, and it was like a baby for me because it took 9 months of very hard work for me, like to develop all the feelings and all the molds. And well, it took to me like 1 year to read the Bible. Each morning when before I got up, I read a little bit, and it fulfilled me a lot because as I told you, I was struggling a lot. I was very, very sad. And I said, like, why I don't put some of these words, maybe Psalms and Proverbs that have very special messages in this bonbon. But how I'm gonna do that? It was not that easy. It was super expensive, but I found ways. And now when you try the bonbons, you can find some different messages. So I think they're not only the kind of bonbon that is a sweet little thing for your mouth and it's something to delight of, but it's only something very sweet to your soul, to your heart, because there are messages that go directly to your heart. So I work with different kinds of chocolate, with milk chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate. I have different type of fillings, different molds. And as I told you, the process is very long, and it's you have to be very patient. I do it like for in different how do I say that? First, I do the fillings there, then I work with the chocolate, then I put both together. I have different like machines, like for hot and for cold, and then you have at the end the bonbon.
You mentioned you put some messages, some inspirational messages that you take from the Bible on your chocolates. Can you give us some ideas of what kind of messages we can find?
Okay, let me show you. I have something here. This is one of the presentations I have. And of course, let me show it to you. Okay, let's pick something here to see what we have. Okay, here you have the bonbon. And if you check here,
in the bottom of the little cup, of the little holder, how would you call that?
Okay, let me just tell what it says. Wise words bring many benefits, and hard work brings reward. And it's from Proverbs 12:14. So I didn't know I was gonna get that one. So sorry.
Oh.
So people tells me, but do you choose the messages for me in my box? And I said, no, definitely I don't choose them because I don't have time. There are many, many boxes, and I don't have like the time to pick for each person. But yes, while I'm doing all my process, I pray for those people. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know who's going to eat them because, for example, you can invite it to a friend, and I don't know how many people are going to have a chocolate from that box. I just pray. I sing to God. I'm just passionate and happy while I'm doing all this process. Mm. And when you have the bonbon in your hand and you read the message, I don't know if that sounds like good to you, but it's like God, it's talking to you.
Yeah.
Because many people have told me, oh my God, I was struggling with something in my life in that specific moment. And when I saw the message, I said, oh my God, how did she know this? And I said, no, I didn't know it. It wasn't me. I didn't know that you were going to get that message at that specific moment. So it has something like, it's very special, I think. It's a very special project in general.
For those that are only listening and not watching, Karina showed us a box of her chocolates, and the messages are under the chocolate little cup paper holders. So that's very nice. Can you read us another one?
Yeah, of course. Let me find another.
We're gonna go through the whole box now.
There I have it in Spanish and also in English. So when you do your order, you can tell us if you prefer a language, because I know that some people doesn't speak Spanish or English. Okay, here I have another one. Here you have the bonbon, and here you have the message. Faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence for things we cannot see. So they talk mostly about love, about God, about friendship, about faith, about different things. To have joy in life, to be wise in the decisions you take. I don't know. If you try them, you will have the message that is right for you. I have different presentations, different sizes. I have small sizes. Well, these are the Christmas presentations. This is the small one I have.
You have a little red bow. Nice.
Yeah, with a red bow. The people likes it a lot. This is the medium size. And it comes like with 10 or 12, and the small one with 4. As I told you, we work with pre-orders. Mm-hmm. Because we have a lot of people in that season, a lot of work. So we work by pre-order. You can go to our Instagram page or our Facebook page or our web page, and you can find all the information to contact us, and about prices, about the bonbons, the feelings, and all you need to know about it.
So pre podcast, you told me about your kids and your family a little bit. Tell us more about your family. Tell us about your kids.
Well, I have two beautiful kids. I have a 4-year-old girl and a 3-year-old boy. I love them so much. They give like so many happiness to our lives, and they're so creative and adventurous and energetic. We don't stop even for a minute. And and they're very special for us because I got a miscarriage when I had my first baby, when I have in the week 10, in the 10th week, and it was a lot of pain there because of that situation. And I started KAKAO Heaven as well, and it was a healing process for me doing all this project with messages and the bombings. And it took me like 2 years to get pregnant again. We went to the doctors, and they told us, we don't know what to tell you because you have an unexplained fertility. You and your husband are both great, but it's not happening. So at that moment, I had like 2 years doing KAKAO Heaven and serving God with all the messages and the bombings and different things and experiences that I had during those 2 years of praying to get pregnant. And I got very frustrated, but I understood that God has a perfect plan for each person and perfect timing, because his time is perfect, definitely. So I let it go, and I said like, well, I don't know if to be a mom or motherhood it's not for me. Maybe it's not, but I'm gonna let it go, because if it's not happening, I'm not gonna keep pushing something that I don't know why at this moment, but you know better than me. So 2 months later, it was my birthday. We were in Chicago. I was in Chicago with my husband. We were in vacation, and I was pregnant. I didn't know it. And when we came back, we had that. Well, that I was pregnant. I got that beautiful
Like gift
how to say,
surprise. It's like happy
yeah,
birthday.
surprise.
Happy birthday.
Like my gift birthday, yeah. And I was super happy, and I thank God so much. And that's where you see that he's not he never fails, that he's hearing your prayers, that even if it's not at your time or your place, he has a perfect time, a perfect place, and a perfect plan. And when I had my first daughter, Mia, I started praying again. And well, if you want to give me a second child, and if it's in your plans, and if it's a son, I love boys.
It would be
So
ideal.
it would be super great for me. But if it's not in your plans, well, I'm going to try to be the best mom I can for her. And I did that prayer, and it was like a month later, I don't remember exactly, Mia had 6 months, and I got pregnant again. It really was a surprise because it was super fast. And now I have Matthias, he's 3 years old. They are 15 months in between. They're almost twins. I don't know if in some countries they say it's like Irish twins or something like that.
Oh, when they're like back to back.
Yeah, they love to play together, best friends. They fight a lot. They do everything together. It's a lot of work for us as parents, and a lot of responsibility because they're almost twins. And but they give our lives a joy that it's unexplainable. So my message is that no matter the struggles you're having in your life at that time, you have to be patient, you have to be faithful, you have to believe in God, and believe that he has a plan, he has a perfect timing for you, he has a perfect place, and a perfect plan. So I don't know, that is like my testimony and how do I came with KAKAO Heaven, and it fulfills my life, even if it was not what I studied, because I have my degree in communications. I never studied like specifically for chocolates or food or that stuff. And I didn't mention it, but it's very, I'm gonna mention it because it's fun. While I'm in my process doing the bonbons, if I'm not like spiritually connected with him, because I say he's my boss and he works through my hands while I'm working. If I'm not connected with him and I'm like, I'm stressed, the bonbons don't come out. They crack. It's a complete disaster. So I have to be like very focused on him in my prayers. I have to be like super not stressed, super quiet, super happy. And I know that it is him like working through my hands, because it's not only me. It's not like only my privilege and my colleague. It's Karina that is wow, and she does an excellent job by herself. And I know it's him working through my hands, because I always have that experience where I'm not connected. It is a complete mess. So I just wanted to like you know that, because it's very fun for me. So.
No, I love it. I love that how you, in a way, you are communicating, right, through KAKAO Heaven. You're communicating your experience with God, and how you have the messages and how you do it. The whole process is like you're serving your fellow human being, your fellow brothers and sisters in Christ, right, through your work. And you're doing it like we should do all our work, through love and through passion and connection with God. So I like it.
And it has been a challenge for me, because as a mom of two little kids, because they have 3 and 4, these past years, and with the pandemic, you can imagine, this was crazy this year. So, and for all the moms of the world. And it has been a very challenging work and project for me, because I have to work when they are at school, or only in the mornings, or when they're already asleep in the night, or in weekends my husband take them out and I have to work. But I love what I do, and I think that's very important. For a job, you have to love what you do, and if you do it with love and with passion, I think, and if you believe in what you do, it's gonna be great, not only for you, for your life, but for the people that is around you. I believe that's so strong.
So what do you see the future of KAKAO Heaven look like? Do you want to grow, or do you want to, what does that future look like? You know, no limitations. No limitations.
No, well, I want to have my store, and of course I want to grow, because I love what I do, as I told you. I have other plans for KAKAO Heaven as well. Other projects are big projects, but right now, like I have, as I told you, my 2 kids, and they are my priority as well, because I think that it's a lot of responsibility to have small kids. You have to teach them so many things. It's a lot of time that you have to be with them, to play with them, to do homework with them. And right now they are my priority, my first priority, and of course my job. But I think it's not the moment. Like I want them to be a little bit
older.
How do I say? Bigger, so I can like be fully committed, like with this project that I have. But of course I want to have my store here at Biscayne, and I also love flowers, so I want to do something with chocolates and flowers. And well, I have different ideas that I cannot reveal right now, but But of course, I want to grow and I want to make them bigger, of course.
Great. Let's talk a little bit about Key Biscayne. I know that, and let me see. I know that we're running out of time. So let's talk a little bit about Key Biscayne. What is your favorite part of Key Biscayne?
Well, I love every part of Key Biscayne because you can find so many things here that it's amazing. We go by with the kids and you find animals and nature, and you go to the beach and it's spectacular. And then you go to the streets and you find the people, you find restaurants, you find so many things. But my personal spot is the lighthouse. When you go upstairs and you see that beautiful view from there, for me, it's my wow moment when I can go there. Because I took my kids once, but I was like a little nervous. So I prefer to go or alone or with my husband when I have the time. But that is my favorite spot of Key Biscayne.
Awesome. And how would you describe a perfect weekend for you and your family on the Key?
Well, a perfect weekend, I try to get up early, go out for a run. Then we go out with the kids with the bikes, and they go out to see the animals, the nature. Then we came back, we have lunch. Then we go out with some friends and hang out at the beach, or maybe we took them to the pool, and basically that. Maybe sometimes they want us to go to eat pizza, or to steer pizza, or have an ice cream. They're very relaxing. Yeah,
That's
when
perfect.
You have small kids, it's
perfect.
Not that relaxing, but we are all day like 24/7 with a lot of energy for them. Sometimes it's exhausting for us, but we enjoy it a lot because we do so many things during the weekend that we mostly are here. We don't get out of the Key on the weekends that much because we have everything here. So basically, that's our kind of weekend.
Love it, Karina. Thank you so much for jumping on the show and telling us your story and sharing your story with us. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me your podcast. I'm so happy and to tell my story to all the people, and well, see you around.
For sure.